at least a shed seat.
Oh yeah. Now I guess we can talk about predictions for weapons. Now that we just started, we do not have a sword, it looks like. What is our prediction for the weapon we're getting?
It's actually fixed for version 30. The uncle will not anymore have the sword holding out if he has the sword on himself.
Oh,
Map check. Red pendant at Tower of Hera and 2 normal crystals on Eastern and Desert.
yes, like you said, pendant Tower of Hera and normal crystals on Eastern and Desert. Okay, I guess I didn't know that if the uncle, even if the uncle isn't holding a sword walking out of the house, he can still have one.
Yeah, that's only left for Uncle Short. And hey, it's Kenneth Maria. Let's see who practiced the strats.
I guess your prediction came true. Kane Samaria isn't as hard.
Hey,
oh, but we have the
hookshot
hookshot to make it even easier.
And we are seeing Hitsuya directly switching over. And Oran has also found some bombs already.
Yes, one thing about the escape sequence is that if you do not have any bombs making it to the back part of the escape, you will not be able to check the 3 chests near the end that are past a bombable wall. Getting bombs guaranteed is always a nice thing, especially if the weapon itself is not bombed.
So yeah. With that kind of scenario, we are doing fighter sword damage, which means we will need 3 hits on that guard. It looks like Hitsuya decides to push the block, Kuma explodes the block, and Lin pushes the block as well. I didn't saw Illu's tactic. If you actually practice it a bit, there is actually a throw that you can do at the guard, which then makes 3 hits onto it. And there afterwards places the key directly in front of the door.
I don't believe any of the runners have checked the stun prize.
Yeah, it would be surprising if they would check it so early. And there is the key. That key must be everywhere, somewhere in the first 4 chests of the escape sequence in Standard, so we had to find it at some point. And someone in chat at GM2 points out stun presses hearts.
That's a little boring.
Well, if you are searching for hits on your way to blind or something, that can definitely help you out in a pinch if you got the means to stun enemies.
All 4 of our restream runners successfully grabbing Zelda from her cell. No trouble on any end, it looked.
Yeah, Kano Samaria, while of course hard to be fast with, it's really easy to not mess up really. You just place a block and then push it into an enemy if you really want to go safe.
How soon do you think we're going to find those Pegasus boots?
Let's hope that we will find it. I hope to find it in the next chest, but that's unrealistic. There are a few more chests in the game.
Yeah, cool thing about the escape sequence is if you find the mirror in the first few chests that you check, you can actually, once you grab Zelda, you can just hit the mirror button and you will be right back at the beginning, saving you a whole bunch of walking.
And chat already saying boots on pedestal.
That has happened in a daily race before. I was actually playing in that race one time.
Yeah, let's also put the big key for Gans Tower on the torch with no other indication that the boots are required. Hey, there's a mushroom. And once we find a hammer, we can fake powder. We still need to get to the bed.
Yeah, that's an interesting thing to point out. Of course, you might actually see some runners do a fake flipper right in front of Link's house to go over to the witch's hut, like after a saving quit, and take a look and see what the mushroom gives us, and then if it's nothing useful, they will hard reset, or soft reset, depending on what you're using, and they'll save that mushroom for potential look at fake powder.
Yeah. Hey, Moonport. Food. Okay.
Well, it's a good thing that the seed gave us some bombs early on, so we can get those really good items.
Also, that heart container was not the sanctuary. Okay, I just saw some pictures out up, and I thought that was from the art. Okay, I'm just done.
But being the first of our restreamers to make it through the escape sequence. Followed closely behind is Hitzion and Illus, and then not shortly after that, Linlin.
And we get a nice little refill on our bombs after that nice little back of escape. With that early flute pickup, I'm sure none of our runners gonna skip out on Kakariko, because activating that flute early on, really nice for movement, especially before you check anything. So, we have Guma and Illus skipping out on the Lumberjack check. Illus even skipping out on the entire forest as well. Meanwhile, Hitzion and Linlin going upwards to the Lumberjack and checking the first triple, which should probably is the tier 2, and it's magic. And level 1 sword in the forest. Red Rupee in the Lumberjack. And hey, there's our lamp.
Okay, so with that flute and the lamp, we can now check the old man on Death Mountain.
Yeah, and we are just a cave away from Darkwood access that our runners don't want.
But sometimes Dark World access means a lot, and so runners might just go straight for the Aghanim play, hoping that is actually the way to get to the Dark World.
Well, with them already having the hook shot, if they find hammer, glove, or flippers, the play could actually pay off a lot if there is more stuff in the Dark World.
So there's nothing really important in the well today. Allbender giving us half our money back.
Well, that's better than the Raw usually does. So yeah, activating the flute early on, this will cut down on travel time a lot. You can directly flute over to the dam area, flute over to the Split 8 and check the actual cave from there if you want to. You can flute up on the mountain, don't have to go straight to the cave. A lot of things, and hey, a bottle in Kakariko. Useful.
This is so far the most convenient seed right now.
Yeah. One other thing that the flute, of course, cuts down is travel time to Kakariko, which is something that many people overlook. And hey, Craig. Definitely I need it now that we found it so early.
And just a blue rupee in the tavern chest, and then Illus is going to give us a look at the south of Kakariko checks, like the library and the race game.
It will be interesting to see if they gonna gamble straight for the item on race game, or go ahead and go to the source first. The idea could be that if you, especially with the flute out, go there and still one item, you might have a little problem with avoiding the duck. And Illo's going ahead and giving the mushroom to the witch.
Yeah, this is interesting. Illis did not save and quit before doing this, so they are officially losing their mushroom.
Or they hard reset and gonna start again. Which they, unfortunately, they don't do. So yeah, if you are maybe wondering right now why Ilus is so far ahead, Ilus skipped out on the forest checks, and yes, there was that one spot that the other three runners have.
Yeah, who knows if Illis is ever going to make their way into Lost Woods again, considering there could be 3 other swords that Illis finds very easily later on.
Yeah, I watched a few races where Ilus straight up don't go back for Lost Woods unless it's really required. So I probably won't see them go back there unless they really don't find any swords. Hey, Powder. Hey, Cave, Darkwood access. And Zero money. And Heart. And hey, there's the first sword for Illos, and the second sword gonna be for all of our other runners. And Linlin is even already going up the mountain, going to rescue the old man.
So, Mushroom was a calculated play on Illis's part because they just got the powder. Very interesting.
Yeah. And he was actually also going over to check out the Icewood Cave. A lot of runners decide to actually skip out on Icewood Cave because it's just one check and it's kinda slow.
Old man just giving us 5 rupees for our troubles.
And Lin decides to skip out on the rest of the mountain. He just wanted the flute portal at the 7th crit point. Every time he goes to 7th crit, he can just go ahead and start back at the mountain, which is one of the fastest ways to get back into the game if you want to flute.
Lin gonna give us a look at Gina's cave real quick. It's a very out of the way location, but with the flute is made much less out of the way.
So, and pointing out that this seed looks like kinda aggro required. We still haven't seen what's on the Spectacle Rock Cave, but we've seen most of the stuff on the seed, and that's kinda aggro access right now. I don't know if Ilu's gonna check out Lost Woods before going to Aga. Well, of course, going for Zora first because makes sense. They even got some money for it.
Yeah, there was just a big 20 in Gina's cave.
Yeah. Also should pointing out they haven't done anything in the eastern area yet. And hey, there's even a shield in the Icewood Cave. I missed it earlier.
Not really noteworthy though.
Hey, you underestimate the power of the shield. I try to block arrows and miss every time.
So maybe you overestimate the power of the shield.
Probably. And here is Master Sword for the shot of our runners. The sword Illos is missing right now is in the Lost Woods. We also still haven't seen anything more in that mountain. It looks like Hetsuyen gonna be the first one to check out anything besides the old man on the mountain. We're just gonna check some waterfall chests. The reason Ilus is walking right now is because of the moon pearl. Without the moon pearl, he would not be able to start a water walk with the current equipment. He needs to go out of the cave, which does a weird check and allows the game to and says the game, "Hey, you should be moving because you have the moon pearl." Bombs on the Zora ledge not required.
Ooh, and Hiseion giving us information about a unique item held by someone friendly.
Yeah, who's that friendly person? Let's hope for Sarshwara. To be honest, it's probably Catfish.
Oh boy, Zora being a scam today. Guma getting a look at Paradox Cave, the first of our runners doing so.
With the monster sweat dudes, lovely mini moldoms are just a single hit, and hey, some blue goo. And hey, that laugh that kinda makes Aga play even more alluring. And at the same time, you don't want to find the other glove or the hammer now.
Okay, all that's left is to check the floating island and check Spiral Cave.
Ooh.
That hammer is sitting there on the floating island today.
Mitts are required for the hammer. So, the Aga play seems really likely at this point.
Unless, of course, we get the mitts right here somewhere, and then we don't have to worry about that at all. Oh, and actually, no, we still need the mirror anyway, so...
Well, we could still also go to Eastern, but right now, especially with that glove already acquired, the check for Aghanim is actually a worthwhile gamble. But of course, you could still miss out on something in Eastern. You have all the chests in the Dark World available to you, if you just do Aghanim.
So, yes, as you have already been saying, none of the runners have been to Eastern yet, so hopefully, we probably will see at least one of them making their way over to Eastern area.
Hitsuyan is thinking, and he flutes, and flutes to 8. Okay, he's going to do some fake flipper checks. Lynn gets the information about that hammer. And Goomba takes a gamble to Aghanim. Remember, he still hasn't done anything in the Eastern Palace area.
So, where are we going to find the mitts, and then where are we going to find the mirror?
Okay, let's put the mitts on Eastern Palace spots, but the bow into Palace of Darkness. And the mirror, I guess, King's Tomb, possibly.
That would ask lead to the question where the boots would be.
We got a unique item of a friendly person. I think a green pendant could be required for that one.
Illis walking over to Eastern instead of fluting. Interesting.
Well, it makes sense for them because they still wants to check out the spec of Sarashwara, and if he can, he wants to skip out on Eastern Palace without the bow. Hey, there's the third sword. This would definitely help out in the Aghanim play, but it would not be required. But also that now kinda confirms Eris won't go back for that Master Sword. He is fine with Master Sword, he doesn't need the Tempered.
Yeah, so all 4 runners on the restream.
Hintai useful again. Some bombs in Sanctuary, yeah.
Right, define useful.
Yeah. Useful if you kinda thought that the map was in the chest.
So yeah, all 4 raid-streamed runners having the Master Sword, but getting their swords from different locations. Illis being the outlier in this instance.
Yeah. And Hitsuyan also does the gamble on Aghanim, skips out on Eastern. Lindelin goes to Eastern, gonna find their bacon sword if he goes for a Sarashwara at some point. It looks like he's going for Sarashwara first. Finding mids right now would kill Aghanim because you would need the mirror in order for Aghanim being required for the hammer, for the Fat Fairy. And yeah, you would also unlock the ammo with that.
Hasrala giving us information that the Ice Palace holds the green pendant for us today.
Interesting info. That means that we will need the mids for that.
Okay, so that was the first item in Eastern. We already have the big key, so we can go ahead and check the big key. Sorry, the big chest. Telling us that Graveyard Ledge is useless.
Yeah, good one to know early on. And hey, there's a compass.
So this means...
Yeah, dark room and logic because we got lamp.
Yeah, so this means that the last item in here is unfortunately on the boss, so unless the bow is in this chest, we cannot go get the last item here.
I already predicted the bow to be in Palace of Darkness, deep in the back, so that you have to gamble on it.
Guma taking down Aghanim will be heading into the Dark World.
Okay, let's get the first Dark World map check. Guma, give us a map check. Okay, hard container on the pyramid ledge, I guess. He's gonna pick it up. Safety is nice.
Okay, so it looks like Aghanim was in fact the way to get to the Dark World today.
Okay, and we got a blue pendant in Seastone. The red crystal was in Maya, I think. And second red crystal in Turtle Rock.
Yeah, Pendant, Thief's Town, Mire, and Turtle Rock are red crystals.
So yeah, Eos did go ahead and full cleared the eastern area. Lindelin pretty much just picked up the bacon. I don't think they actually gone into eastern.
Well, at this point, we now have our Dark World access, but we actually have more access than you might think. Since we have that hook shot, we can get over to the west side of the Dark World.
Yeah, we pretty much have access to the entirety of the Darkwood. We can even go around up until Hookshot Cave. And yeah, I had a few seeds that actually had that required.
Goomba is probably going to head over to the west side of the Dark World now, since they still have the hookshot equipped.
Yeah, makes sense. The hookshot, of course, not only useful for progression, also incredibly useful for movement if you just decide to use it. And of course, safety stunning enemies. Shed wanting a Palace of Darkness dip? No, not now. We don't have any really much stuff that we could do in Palace of Darkness. Unless one of our runners are familiar with a certain glitch involving a bottle called Potion Camera Unlock.
Some arrows on the bumper ledge today, so that cape was only required for Aghanim, it looks like.
Yeah, but since the current logic bug, the the cape is always required for Aghanim. So if you need to do Aghanim for anything, you need the cape and the fighter sword, because that second sword is not anything that's in logic for anything.
Hitsuya are going to make their way over to Eastern first. I'm sorry, not Eastern, Palace of Darkness.
That's definitely an interesting play, especially since they didn't do Eastern Pass beforehand. They gonna go here, probably hoping to find anything, because if that first chest has not a small key, the entire rest of the dungeon is locked by the wall. And Path of Darkness is not Warlock today. Even if it would have been Warlock, we would have been able to sequence break around it thanks to glitches. But that's not logic. And hey, book found.
Okay, so there's our Desert Palace access.
Yeah. And access to the tablets, but if our runners are knowing of that logic bug, they will just ignore all the tablets, because progression can't be on there because of that sword bug.
Oh, Hitsuya just found the mitts in Palace of Darkness.
Hey, now we just need to find the boots, and then my mirror at Kingston can be true.
We're finding our third and final shield.
We got the hint for boots. Boots firelocked in Naya.
Okay, so the sooner we can... Okay, so we do have access to Misery Mire now.
Yeah, well, as long as the medallion for Maya is Quake. And Hitsuya doing the so-called push camera unlock, he drank the potion while walking to the left, and that unlocks the camera, unless he, as long as he's not going too far to the left while entering the door, he is perfectly able to just off-screen the mimics by some movements of himself. He could also kill the green mimics and just off-screen the red one, which is the one he can kill, and that would be fine as well. But yeah, since he doesn't have the mirror right now, he needs to kind of find a way out, and It looks like his way out is a death warp.
Interestingly, I think those red jellyfish do still do 1 part of damage, so Hitsuyan could have opted to use the red jellyfish instead of going to the spike.
Yeah, I think he might have thought they do just half out of damage, like the blue ones do, I think.
Yeah, the blue ones do less damage, of course. Yeah.
And Hitsuyan is out of bombs. If he's aware of that, which I hope he is, there's a big powder on his screen. There are bombs all over Palace of Darkness. Like in this room that he just left. If you go down after the drop, the bottom left part has some bombs in there.
See, I'm probably not keeping track of how many items they had found in the front of Pod. Probably disappointed to realize that there was a key in the vanilla big key chest.
Yeah. If you don't know how the chest counts in Path of Darkness work, there can only be 2 non-small keys in the front 6 chests, including the vanilla big key chest and the mimic side, and pretty much everything before you go through the door that hits you and you just opened.
Oh, some vanilla bombs in the attic chest.
Yeah. Just in case you need. Oh, mirror in fucking boss. Okay. This is interesting. Okay, Hitsuya right now has access to get his hammer.
Wow. Was Palace of Darkness a play or what?
Yep. I haven't really kept track of where the keys were, so I don't know if the bag was bow-locked. I know that he could at least check past the first chest in logic.
I know the myths were definitely in logic because we had a key in the first chest.
Yeah, the myths were definitely in logic. I think the the mirror is bow-locked, which means that we will find the bow somewhere. It would mean that we find it somewhere that's not mirror-locked. So yeah, if I would give it a guess what Hitsuyan's next play is gonna be, probably Maya check out the medallion, get his boots if possible, and possibly afterwards going ahead and getting his hammer in order to clear out more stuff.
Okay, so it looks like the mirror was also not out of logic because the Bolock side had a small key and a non-small key item, which was the map. So the mirror is in logic.
I thought it had to. You're right, yeah, only 3 small keys need to be accessed for the back. Yeah. So, yeah. So, Hitsuyan made the perfect play today, and Guma picking up our first dungeon prize, sadly a pendant.
Was there anything useful in East Town?
Doesn't look like our trackers found anything on there.
And the Quake medallion is in fact our access point to Misery Mire, so we're gonna go get those boots right now.
Yeah.
Hitzion now has access to both the mirror and... No, not the mirror. The hammer and the boots. And the boots, as we saw from a hint earlier, were in Misery Mire on the Firelock side, and we saw the hammer on the floating island on Death Mountain. And so now that since Hitzion has the mitts in the mirror, and the hookshot, they can go access the hammer. Oh, looks like we found the Ether Medallion on Dig Game, and also I forgot to mention this earlier, but Half Magic was in the bomb hut in Village of Apple. Oh, not a very useful hint in Swamp Palace. Some arrows held by someone friendly. I'm gonna get a second look at this hint here that Lin just checked. I think it said a unique item in Hype Cave. Yes, sure enough. Okay, well, Goomba's gonna show us what it is. It's not the blue mail, it's the bow! And the red boomerang. So, the bow was in Hype Cave today. I can bet you I know where Goomba's going next. Yep, Goomba's gonna make the play in the Palace of Darkness with that bow. Now this is better for Goomba because unfortunately worse for Hitzion because Hitzion did not have the bow before coming into Palace of Darkness. So Goomba's gonna be able to full clear Palace of Darkness at one go, plus get all the very useful items like the mitts and the mirror. But Hitzion will have to make their way back to Pod to go finish it off, since it is a crystal. Never mind, I lied. House of Darkness, of course you need a hammer to beat it, and I completely blocked that out of my memory. So yeah, required double dip for House of Darkness, since both the mitts and the mirror were in there. Did I miss Hitzion taking a death? I mean, that's really unfortunate if they did, because it's kind of a time sink trying to get back to where you are in Misery Mire when you died. Of having to go through that first room again. Okay, so I think the boots will be in this chest just below Hitzion, and also a not very useful hint on the way. And as foretold by that hint, there are the boots! We're going fast now! One thing that's good for Goomba, though, is that they will be able to full clear Eastern their first go around.
Yeah. Of course, Eastern so far only dipped by arrows before and didn't turn out with a lot of stuff.
So, was there just the boots so far, Misery Mire, and the last item on Vitreous?
But I hope so, and Tetsuyan did not just miscount, because otherwise that would be kinda dumb. So yeah, something that should be probably pointed out is Hitsuyan is gonna have only the temper sword that's going to be able to hit the Vitreous. He has the cape with that he can make the fight a lot easier, but that's a cape and it's a cost magic.
Illis and Linlin getting their bow from Hype Cave.
Yeah, that's definitely nice. One thing to actually talk about that is Hitsuyan is actually going to save some time going to Hype Cave because he doesn't have to go all the way around. He's going to have the hammer, which is able to directly access the Hype Cave pretty much. So yeah, if you just saw Hitsuyan do the activate the cape and then just slash a bunch, the reason he did that is while you slash, you create some lag, and during that lag, the cape magic will actually drain a lot slower.
Yeah, it's pretty useful if you don't have the bow, and especially the silvers. Illis gonna go over to desert, even though there probably isn't anything useful there that will give us any real progression. Just
Oh, we're just finding out, hey, desert is boots locked. Hitsuyan comes in, I've got the boots.
okay, Goomba's gonna make their way into Palace of Darkness to get their mitts in the mirror.
And they're heading for the boots. And hey, another border for Hitsuyan in Desert Palace.
Hitsuyan not going to check the big chest, gambling that the item last time in desert was going to be on Lamolus.
Yeah, as long that actually pays out, that's a bit faster. And if it doesn't pay out, it's not slow, not much slower at least. And Goomba having the mids as our second player. You're now heading into the Palace of Darkness area. They already cleared out most of Eastern Palace, so makes sense that they are going for the Palace of Darkness first. And right afterwards, they will be able to just mirror out. They don't know it yet, but they will be able to just mirror out and go to Eastern Palace and finish that one up right now as well.
Interesting on Hitsion's side, trying to use the Canis of Aria to maybe bounce off or like be held back by the block to get more spin attacks on the Mimolus. Didn't quite work out, but they take him down anyway. And the gamble in fact worked out because there was a heart container on Mimolus.
Yeah. And now you skipped one check in the palace, which that saves a few seconds. So yeah, looks like he's now also going to check out what's in the checkerboard cave, and afterwards probably going to leave this area because there isn't much left. Ooh, fire rod. That one is definitely required to see to its boost from scoreboards and Turtle Rock being crystals.
Ooh, it looks like Goomba, according to chat, did not grab the mirror before leaving House of Darkness.
Oh no! This is going to hurt a lot for Goomba. They probably saw that Boots in and said, I want Boots. But this will actually hurt Goomba in more ways than just not finding the mirror soon. He will clear out everything possible before going back. And we know that mirror is required to enter to get the hammer.
Alright, so Hitsion is going to make their way over to Dark Death Mountain to come grab the hammer. Hitsion, you don't have a hammer. There you go.
Yep, that mistake is really easy to make, that you go up to the Turtle Rock portal and think to yourself, I can go to the Dark World. Oh, I don't have hammer for this one. Just right now taking the spike for the death rope. Interesting to note is that since they did find the blue mail in the Hype Cave alongside the bow and the red boomerang, they would have taken less damage from the red Barry, which is a heads up play from them. Do the quick death rope instead of the slow one.
At least they don't have to waste a potion just trying to get past the Bowlock section. Ooh, okay, so we're gonna need bombos to seed as well. Turtle Rock is bombos locked.
Hey, nice, the one medallion that we don't have yet.
That means it's in Hookshot Cave, right?
Well, either that or
See what I tell you.
Well, the other option would have been, of course, Hammer King, which would have been also fair.
Okay, so I was going to mention this earlier, but anyways, so now that Hitsion is grabbing the hammer, they could very well just go straight into Turtle Rock.
Yeah, they can go straight into Turtle Rock, and they can definitely reach Laser Bridge. But without the Ice Rod, they won't be able to beat the dungeon. But we, of course, all know 90% of the time the Ice Rod is in Turtle Rock, or it's a pendant. And they are fluting away. So I would guess that they want to check out Skowoods, check out Hype Cave, check out Swamp Palace. Well, Swamp Palace maybe not yet, but Palace of Darkness, Eastern Palace. Pretty much everything that they can clear right now. Hitsuyan so far really took the God Rod through the seat. Well, as long staying out of logic is a good God Rod. And you're forgetting that you need to mirror out first before saving and quitting in the Dark World. Really easy to forget that one.
So now at this point, we are just looking for the Ice Rod and the Flippers.
Yep, Ice Rod and Flippers, and then Hitsuyan is in Go mode. Guma, Linen, and Illos, of course, they have a few more items to find that Hitsuyan already found.
So Hitsuyan is going to head back in the pod, which makes sense. They can go also clear Eastern after this by just mirroring out right after they're done. But I don't know. I don't remember counting and seeing if we had gotten every single item in here from other runners.
Well, he will changed over, and yes, there's one more item left. He has all 3 dungeon items and obviously all keys. So, what's it gonna be? What is the last item on Hammersaw? Is it going to be the flippers that leading to the ice rod in the Swamp Palace big chest?
And now Goomba's got onto their victorious fight will probably be easier than Hitsuyan's fight was, considering they had the bow to finish off Vitreous.
And they decided to go with some LMG-like threats. A few more hearts than got NMG Runner does, but it's a lot quicker than just going ahead and slashing a lot of your ice. You just do a few spins and taking damage from the slime around Vitreous instead of the ice, which do double the damage.
Okay, Hitsuyan takes down King Helmosaur.
And what is our item going to be? And it's Flippers! Okay, Ice Rod and Swamp Palace Black Chest. Come on, I called it earlier.
Wow, so fourth double dip of House of Darkness. Get first dip, the mitts and the mirror, and then go get the hammer on the floating island, come back and get the flippers. Unreal.
So yeah, now the entire game is an Ice Rod hunt. Yeah, that's what this nice little, really nice seat comes down to. Come on, Ice Rod on armors now. Just to destroy this little Ice Rod hunt. And now Illus goes fast. Ooh, Goomba did not check the Lumberjack earlier and now goes ahead and checks it. He's going to be happy with some rupees, I guess. Okay, chat, calm down. Ice Rod Pet, you don't want to be cruel to our runners, right? The Fire Rod was in Checkerboard Cave, Maskell, one of our trackers.
Goomba is probably eventually gonna have to head back to Palace of Darkness because that mirror blocks both the Fire Rod and the mirror. I'm sorry, Fire Rod and the hammer.
Okay, of course, this is going to be interesting one. Goomba is right now directly of course, not having the mirror and comes back up here. Goomba, please go back to Palace of Darkness soon.
With love, Michael K. and Ruckin. And of course, all the people in chat.
So, it is right now approaching Vitreous with Master Sword. They don't have the Temper Sword that they missed in the Lost Woods, and they're going to a bit less health intensive version of the energy sword shown by Goomba earlier. And of course, right afterwards they will be able to use that mirror, which Goomba did not have in order to get the Fire Rod from Checkerboard Cave and Checkout Desert in the meantime.
Okay, Hitzion, where do you go next?
Like I said, I would not be surprised if Hitzion would next either decide Swamp Palace or Skull Woods. Which are literally the two dungeons he can't clear out right now. Looks like Skull Woods it is.
Okay, well, I know we saw the book in Skullwood, so that's at least one item we know about, so there can be at most one item in Skullwood.
Yeah, and we know that book is not required. Well, I guess Hitzion could check the pedestal and get shattered one bit of hope.
You know, that is very true. That's a very convenient check since the book is here and we have the mirror.
He first will have to open the book, get the book, of course. He goes for the chest. I think this one had a small key, yeah? So he will be able to go ahead and directly grab the book. Okay, so no items in Skull Woods. Why did people check the Vanilla Big Key chest again? Chat, the reason Illus didn't check big chest is they found one item already, and they are hoping to skip out on the big chest. By finding the second item on the boss. If they don't find the big key on the boss, the second item on the boss, but instead just one of the dungeon items, it's fine. They just go back in. It's about 10 seconds lost compared to checking the big chest first. But if you check the big chest first, there is the key. You just lose 10 seconds above checking the boss first. It's just a bit faster.
I mean, there was a heart container on Lamolus, so this is the correct play.
It definitely is a better play for the seed, but I just wanted to give some insights behind it.
Oh, Hitzion forgetting that you cannot use Tempered Sword spins on Mothula to do damage.
Well, you can try. It will do 0 damage every time you try because this boss is fun programmed and completely intended to be not knocked into the spikes all the time. And conveniently, the spikes do the same damage as Gold Sword swings level 4. And so level 4 damage does 0 damage, which is the same as Tempered Spins or Gold Sword Slashes in Vanilla and Gold Sword Spins in this boss fight in Randomizer. So yeah, they got their they used their mirror in order to get that nice little fire rod. I'm sure they want to go for what's next. Well, okay, of course. I guess the hammer is the most important right now. And chat, pet that. There's of course no ice rod on pedestal. The ice rod is behind green pendant, completely without hints.
Okay, and as expected, Hitzion is going to make their way into Swamp Palace. I mean, without that Ice Rod, Turtle Rock is risky, but summoners do like to go for that play.
Yeah, if you would like to go for that play, I think he would have gone for it when he picked up the hammer. I think he for now wants to just find to clear out dungeons and find some stuff first. And Swamp Palace, even though a lot of runners don't like it because it's slow, it's kinda not bad. And Kuma right now doing Smith. One check that none of our other runners did because they all found the mirror and had more stuff to do. If this is now the nice little ice shot, it could be interesting. Testing Rupee, some arrows held by someone friendly, helpful hint, we like always. We all remember all the characters we asked to see that held some arrows.
Now Illus is about to go get their hammer.
And definitely something they really want.
Okay, Illus is stepping back into the portal. This could be interesting. I think they're making a play to Turtle Rock, and it looks like they
making a play to Turtle Rock. Illus, you are thinking about inverted. That doesn't work here. Yeah, if you didn't know, inverted is one of the variations of the randomizer, where we basically flip the map around and you start in the dark world, yeah, and you go into the light world where the moon world. There are some adjustments that had to be made. One of them is you can climb up the tail of the turtle and get that way up to the to the medallion and the dark world portals that are up there.
Sion is not checking the left sides right now. And looks like if you want to go into Tower of Hera, you will have to go to the basement to clear.
I guess if the Moldom has the ice rod, that's going to be something that would be required, but I don't think anyone wants to do that right now. So far, no ice rod in Swamp Palace. Hey, there's the big key. I called the ice rod to be in Swamp Palace pictures. Let's hit 2 and script that out so the race gets interesting.
But probably now realizing that they left something behind in Palace of Darkness is probably feeling really terrible right now.
Yeah, there isn't much left that he can check. I think he might actually have everything checked already. Because without the mirror hammer he can't do magic bat or hammer pegs or literally anything. And did I see an ice rod on Argos?
You did! The ice rod is on Argus! Hitsi on it, 1 hour 7 minutes and 50 some odd seconds is in go mode.
Oh my god, this seat is crazy. Like literally flippers on Hammerthrow, ice rod on Argos, and like Path of Darkness was crazy overall. So yeah, right now Hitsuyan just has to go back into for his first time into Turtle Rock, gonna not full clear it like it is doing right now. He will directly be able to go mode it. And hey, King of Burner.
Woohoo! Useless.
Well, Hitsuyan gonna miss out on that, and missing that safety is gonna cost him the 30 minutes that the other runners need to catch up. Yeah, obviously that's not gonna happen. The seat is really hard in favor of Hitsuyan. And yeah, some 120 is possible if everything literally blinds up. And I think Turtle Rock so far, from what I've seen on the site, wasn't bad. At least would be nice.
And you know, this seed has really worked out for Hixion. Hixion has not dipped any of the pendant dungeons, which feels really nice.
Yeah. In the meantime, all other 3 runners cleared out Thieves Town. Hitsuyan, of course, did double the Path of Darkness, but that was required to seed, so fine. And other than his death in Maya, I don't think he had any problems with health management or anything.
This is bad for both Illis and Linlin because they're going to go all the way through Turtle Rock and not find the ice rod. and they cannot use that mirror portal trick to get back to the end of Turtle Rock easily, since the ice rod is in swamp, which requires you to use the mirror to get into.
Yeah, if you don't know what mirror trick Reagan is talking about, the mirror will not be moved unless you actually use the mirror again or save and quit. So if you just use stairs to get between light and dark world, which, by the way, they can't even use anyway because they killed Aghanim and have the mirror. So yeah. Yeah, if you would do death swaps without having killed Aghanim, you would be able to use that mirror portal even after going back into the dark world. And it was finding something blue, but not the blue that he wants on a stick.
On a side note, Goomba did finally get the mirror, and now they're going to finally go get the hammer as well.
Okay, while he will now find his hammer, how long will it take till he finds the fire rod and the ice rod? I think the flippers are of course on the way, so that's not a big problem. I guess the ice rod as well, so pretty much the... Hitsuyan, don't! Hitsuyan, why? You're in go mode!
Well, he's grabbing that can of burner whether he wants to or not. Yeah, and like you said, I don't know if Goomba is ever going to make their way back to Mire area because, or at least how long it will be before they make their way back, because that fire rod was off to the side and they already went and full cleared Mire.
They full cleared Mire, they full cleared Desert, they full cleared the entire area around Mire and Desert except for Checkerboard Cave. So, no real reason to go back there. And they are they? Oh my god, no. Don't Goomba, no. I think they feel like they need to do a gamble, otherwise they're lost.
Well, thankfully they won't make it very far because there were just some bombs in the first chest in Turtle Rock.
Yeah.
Illis is making the correct play now, going to go get their flippers from Helmasaur.
Yeah, and probably afterwards going to do Eastern Palace and then Swamp Palace goes. To be honest, I hope Swamp Palace first because, well, I guess they should have already known that Squirts is cleared out. But Swamp Palace would mean they don't check anything in the area afterwards. And it is making great use of that hammer hitbox. That hammer hitbox is really hard to hit on that turret sometimes, so really nice to see that they are not dying like I do every time, like when I use hammer on that.
Okay, interesting. Hitsion did not check the rest of the laser bridge, even though we know the silver arrows aren't there.
Yeah.
It's fine.
I think they literally just thought, hey, I need the big key still, and then realized, oh shit, I have the big key already.
Illis taking down Helmasaur, gonna grab their flippers in just a second, and Hitsion coming in to face Trinex for their 7th crystal.
Yeah. And you know, chat, Once Hitsuyan beats Trinex, get your numbers ready. You need to spam them. Like every time.
What are these numbers you speak of?
They're numbers from 1 to 22. 1 to 22. And they are going for the Cannon's Tower Big Key. Of course, 22 goes for Tyroom. We all want that one. But if you want to be nice on him, 1 is really nice. Means he can go straight to up to the tower and maybe even still get a sub 125. Also, numbers in chat, guys. Numbers in chat. So yeah, since this is a daily race, that is not going to be an actual bot with the game, but we do gonna keep track of it ourselves, and if you get the opportunity, talk about the winner.
Okay, Hitsuyan goes right first.
Yep. Right first, let's see. It's a map. Now, guess number 1 is dead, and guess number 2 is dead as well, so he can't do go to the combat room right now, unless he wants to go before the tie room, and I don't think he wants to go before the tie room right now. Guess 3 is a small key. We need a few of those, so fine. Guess 4, useless, guess 5, bombs. Guess 6, another small key. And guess 7, a small key as well. And he's going for a modified Dark Magician route, and he decides to mirror out of that Starforce room. Going for the right side first.
Linlin decided to go into Hera. There's probably not going to be anything useful, aside from possibly the silvers, which that won't save much time either way.
We still haven't found the shovel. We could also find that one here. I don't know if that would be considered useful though.
At this point, no.
And Goomba getting their 5th crystal. No, 4th crystal. They are thieves on it, which is a pendant.
We found the shovel, speaking of, in the compass room.
Hidden key sanity, you need that shovel to pick up the big key.
Oh, that would feel terrible.
So yeah, what number are we at now?
I believe this is... We're going to be at 12 in just a second.
Yeah, I just counted. We should be at 11 now, and the next one is 12, the double firebar chest. Hey, 12, you got arrows. Yeah. Hitsuyan, with the red boomerang you need to throw diagonal, like you do right now. Nice. And you can use the red boomerang also for this room by throwing it just diagonal from the door and walking to the right.
Alright, coming up is number 13, here at the fire bar chest. Sorry, fire snake.
So yeah, 13 dead, and We coming up to the random room. 14 to 17.
And this
Guys,
is a room you only see in Randomizer because there's nothing useful here in the vanilla game.
Like, even if you played this game casually, chances are you just didn't find this room because it was so damn hidden. Almost as best as vanilla. I guess a hard piece is nice.
Okay, so Bob's chest will be number 18 when we get to it.
Yeah, and Tyron was still up in the air. Shit, I hope you got your 22s ready. At number 18, a few rupees, not really needed right now. Ice Armor is gonna be the last part.
Hopefully this big key's behind the Armos Knights. We'll see though.
Some really nice executed threat. 20, nothing, 21, and it's 22! Tyro, Chef, I hope you're happy.
Ouch.
So yeah, if you're interested, who guessed 22 first? That was Evil Brian. Afterwards, Mascot 718, one of our two trackers. And the otherwise closest was Tamat 2009 with a 21.
Hitsion out of magic. Have to do this rooms very carefully. We're almost done though.
Yeah. He could have got Hitsuyan. He could have picked up some magic in the room next door if he wanted to. And afterwards could have definitely decided to just use the cave stretch if you are not interested in evading some type for now.
I'm going to be the second of our runners to pick up the Ice Rod off of Argus here.
Which will be not going well for him. He still needs to find that fire rod from my area Shacklebot cave.
I mean, yeah, the Ice Rod, since he already dipped Turtle Rock and couldn't get anywhere, the Ice Rod will not open anything up further for him at this moment.
Yeah. He, of course, now probably is going to ahead and doing some more stuff, like North Darkwood, I guess. No! Goomba, don't! Goomba, don't! Don't! Stop it! Right there! Stop! No! Okay, let's ignore Goomba for now. Okay, so why it's of course bad for Gumbo now to go into Iceland because it's not the right place to go. He will find a few hints, and if one of those hints tells him, "Hey, there's a unique there's a unique item in a rock under a rock in the desert," he will know it's in it's possibly to be Shagawat Cave.
Yeah, but what are the chances of that? Interesting side note here. In the race chat, some of the runners have already forfeited. It's understandable the way the seed has gone. I mean, the seed really wants you to go to Palace of Darkness for some reason, you know. And when it doesn't seem like one item would outweigh the possibility of finding even more everywhere else in the world, it just doesn't feel like that would be the right play. But it ended up being the correct play.
Okay, we find out that our big red bomb prize is useless. And yeah, it's definitely completely understandable that this seed is a bit mean.
Half Magic was in the Bomb Hut and Villager Outcasts chat.
Yeah, well, definitely, I'm sure it would be appreciated by Hitsuya if he would find half magic. I don't think he needs that.
Yeah, I agree.
I think he even still has a blue potion, so well, I think he has 2 blue potions. I think he bought some, so he's definitely going to be fine. Yeah, and not checking just for silvers on Hitsuya's side. Definitely understandable. He just wants to finish the seed as soon as possible. There could be silvers in there that could save time, but in the end, if they are not there, you waste time. And you didn't check Sea Stone, you didn't check Ice Palace, you didn't check that much in Treasure Rock. There are a lot of other places where the silvers could be.
Okay, just a second. Illis is about to be our second Restream runner to be in Go mode. It's very interesting though, because Master Sword Silverless is not very well liked. So I'm curious to see if Illis will look for another sword somewhere. And on the other side, Hitsion takes down Aghanim 2, about to face off with Ganon.
Yeah, I'm sure Illo's gonna at least check the shares in the Upper Gallon's tower compared to Hitsuyan, but he will not go out of his way in order to find more swords. He is extremely well versed with Master Sword Silver, so he will have no problems.
Was that enough hits for to move on phase 3? No, not quite. Hitsion now into phase 3. Just needs 2 more hits on phase 3 to move on. And it looks like the sub 130 is not going to be possible for Hitsion because they do not have the silver arrows.
Yeah, we just need to stop the timer in time, I guess. You know, we're just gonna pause the timer here and wait till he's done. And the silver arrow hint, together with a hint we had earlier with a unique item being on some friendly person, I don't think we had any unique items from a friendly person this seed. You know, Sashuala still exists. And chat, no, it can't be on a pedestal on the tablet because I think the silver arrows are marked as progression and therefore needs few swords.
I want to say it's Magic Bat because isn't Magic Bat someone friendly?
Oh yeah, that one as well. And of course, no one checks it. Like seriously, why? Everything was on the way. And even if it was not going the way, you didn't hit the hammer or mirror to check that.
And with that, Hitzion has just taken down Ganondorf. Put your GGs in chat for Hitzion.
Yeah. GG's Hitzion. And with that, Hitzion 1337 finishes in first place of the overall race with his official SRL time of 1 hour, 31 minutes and 17 seconds. Get your GGs in.
Oh, and unfortunately, Goomba has now officially forfeited. Get your GGs in chat for Goomba, though.
Yeah, let's see, we can definitely get boosts of them into the chat and find out what their boost thought about the seed. Okay, and we are now joined by Goomba and Hitsuyan. GG's Hitsuyan and sorry Goomba.
Where was the fire rod? What did I do?
Checkerboard cave.
Oh god.
Yeah, we kinda figured that you not gonna go back there.
Yeah. So I made a mistake. Mistakes were made.
Yeah, you kinda pretty much got lost once you dipped out of Path of Darkness once finding the myths.
Yeah, my logic was, okay, I'll just go clear out Misery Mire, get my boots. Those open up a bunch of stuff. I'll probably find the mirror somewhere. I have to come back here with the hammer anyway, but I'll have boots when I come back. I knew that if the mirror was in Palace of Darkness, I was completely screwed, but I took that risk and...
Yeah. But yeah, we are also, of course, joined by Hitsuyan. So yeah, GG's to you.
GG's, thanks.
Yeah, you kinda took an early play on Path of Darkness, which turned out to be completely correct, giving you everything you might want for the seed, and turning out to be required either way, because no one was able to do only a single dip into Path of Darkness with Boost Mirror and Mids in there locking the hammer.
Yeah, I think I got routed the seed. Only the flipper locations was wasted before doing Aga, yeah.
Yeah, I guess, you did not do the perfect dungeon route, you checked, Squirwoods instead of Swamp Palace, which added, 3 more chests to this, to your work count, but for the most part, perfect route. But yeah, what did you thought once you found the myths in Path of Darkness?
Yeah, I was thinking checking the rest of pod or going out. Yeah, then I cleared the rest and found the mirror and the hint for the boots. Then I can go straight for the boots after this. Finding the fire rod, clearing desert and mire in one way.
Yeah.
Then picking up the hammer, finding my bow in Hype Cave instantly and clearing Pot and Eastern. And then only the 2 dungeons and you get everything.
Yeah, pretty much. There wasn't much that could have been done differently. Maybe a bit earlier gamble on Aghanim, but that's Aghanim, nobody wants to do him early.
Yeah, I was sure Aga is the play, but I made a lot of mistakes in the last seeds with doing Aga and then I checked Zoa and some stuff before doing
Yeah.
that.
Well, at least you didn't do Eastern Palace like Elos did and Linen checked Zarshwala before going for Aghanim.
Yeah, that was the only thing I have left before doing Aga. I don't wanted to do that because the flipper locations had nothing, and then I don't want to waste more time.
Yeah. Makes definitely a lot of sense. I think once you had that cape and pretty much 3 swords in Sphere Island, it was kinda clear that Aghanim probably was the play.
Yeah, the worst thing in the seed was the big key in GT, I think.
How can you call Shad's Dream the worst?
Sorry, what?
How can you kill Shed Dreams the worst? But yeah, definitely was a not so nice location. If someone comes in and gambles on Tyroom, I would be kind of surprised. So makes sense to not gamble on Tyroom. So yeah, Eos right now in the Argus fight. Not gonna find what Zazia's looking for right now.
Oh no, Linlin just took a death at Trinex and didn't take the safety door.
Oh no, this is not good. To be nice about that situation. So, Kuma, you okay? You seem to dislike that fire rod a bit?
I'm fine. I'm perfectly fine. Don't worry about it.
What have you done in the seed?
Alright,
Yeah.
so I got my mitts in Palace of Darkness, and I left immediately to get my boots from Misery Mire, and I last located my mirror, and then I went a bit crazy.
You only picked up the mitts, or?
Yeah, I left immediately after I got the mitts and the boots in.
Greedy.
A bit. Just a bit. Alright, hang on.
Well, I think you even had the bow at that point, so it was even everything in Nordic except for the boss, so
Oh
it
yeah,
just didn't work out.
it was super greedy.
I was so happy about the Argus fight after picking up the ice rod. So
Oh,
many
yeah.
spots open to check if it's not there.
Yeah, I like when you started going for hammer saw. I thought flips on hammer, ice rod in Swamp Palace big chest. Flips on hammer was true, ice rod not so much. It was kinda close though.
Yeah, I was already ready to dip into Swamp again to get the other 3 items.
You would have gotten back in? Oh, okay. I would not have expected that. I think most people at that point would have probably decided to either check more or dip into Turtle Rock.
Yeah, I don't like the Turtle Rock play, going for Ice Sword in Turtle Rock. With so many spots open, every pendant was open, and yeah, Swamp 3 items is a lot.
And especially swap ice spells was also available with it. Let's say nice item counter 4 with together with the green pendant. So and a lot of hints. Probably would have been one of the next plays, I guess.
Yeah, after Swamp, definitely Dark Village and Thieves Town or Ice Palace.
So Guma finally picking up that fire rod.
I've had my fun.
Yeah. Do you two guys have something else to say about the seed, or just wanna leave in quiet now?
Yeah, thanks for picking up us 2 or 4. And thanks for commentating, tracking, and all the other stuff you do for us. Thanks, guys.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks for running, and thanks for the gut rod for the seed.
No
Thanks for having
problem.
me. I feel like this happens every time I'm on Restream though. It makes a
Yeah.
stupid play and I get royally punished.
Hey, I had a few restreams where I missed Somalia on a floating island and stuff like that, so don't worry. So yeah. And chat, the silver arrows were in the light world and probably on someone friendly. It would probably be the bat, or I don't know if you checked Charge Water.
So anyways, Illis is making their way up. They're in the torch room finally. Now I guess, yeah, since Hitsion did not check these upper chests, we could take a look and see if the silvers are here.
Well, we know the silvers are not here because they're in the light world.
Oh no, yeah, that's right. Yeah, we did. Ganon did tell us that. You're right.
But we might find the last words because Ills is still on Master Sword. That's not a sword. That's not a sword. Only one chest left that could have the sword. And it's red, it's pointy, but not a sword. And a nicely executed modern 2 fight, and Illos you can't hover, don't hover. I'm waiting for the day where Illos actually does hover while I say they can't hover. And Goomba finally gets the third pendant, now being able to pull the pedestal for his few rupees.
Goomba, you should go check the magic bat while you're over in Kakariko.
Sure,
Yeah.
why not?
And there we go. Illos beaten Aga 1. Aga 2. Aga 1 is already dead.
Okay, Illis, prepare for a very long and hard fight.
Yeah, 24 spins for the last phase, because they don't have the silver arrows. But even without that, 12 spins in the first phase, 12 spins in the second phase, at least 4 spins in the third phase. Even though I know a lot of runners like to do a few more than 4. And in the last phase, of course, the 24 spins they need to do. Ooh, really nice spawn. Being able to get a few double hits in there. Poking Ganon, getting knocked back, and then spinning, unfortunately.
Okay, so are the silver arrows in fact on the magic bat?
Come on,
Nope.
come on, show them us. Okay, they were not here. So, what do we have left, Sideward?
I think, I mean,
Did you check the
Sahasrahla might have
things?
them.
I'll find it, don't
King's
worry.
Doom, King's Doom, Bonk Rocks, I think, when I've not checked. The tablets, of course, and Sideward.
I'm looking at tablets. Sahasrahla. I think that might be it.
Shoot. Yeah, Sahasrahla could have the bug net or the silvers.
And according to our tracker, Mascot, shout out to our trackers, by the way, Mascot and Boscott 3 really doing a great job. And Carl said one ranks were checked and had the red mega. And Lin finding out, hey, check the tile room because everyone likes tile room.
Okay, so Illis got the torch glitch, is now having to do 24 spin slashes on Ganon. Very long and arduous process here, so get your, I don't know, whatever you can, just pray that Illis makes it through this fight and survive.
Well, as long you keep stay consistent with your spins and your pattern, this fight is, in my opinion, a bit easier than Master Sword Silver, just because the timing just is a lot more convenient. And yeah.
I hate silverless Ganon.
So the silvers were not on Sahasrahla.
Got him.
There they are, they're in K45.
Hey, I guess that's Lightward. Yeah, with how late most people got the mirror and Hitsuyan obviously not checking a lot of overall Dark World. That's an easy way to lose.
And Illis does take down Ganon. Very well done. GG's to Illis.
Okay, GG's in. Finishing in 11th place overall. With an SR rating of 149.44, second place on the race stream. GG's. So yeah, Linen right now still has to ascend against tower. With tempered compared to the fight of the climb of Earth, it's going to be a bit easier. And hey, we found the last word on Bomber's tablet.
Not very like delicious place to go look for because of the tablet bug.
Yeah. Okay. Hi, Elos. Welcome, GG.
Hey. GG.
Nice mastered serverless cannon.
Thank you. I got hit a bit too often for my taste, but it was a decent fight, I guess.
Yeah. Would you be interested in finding out where swords or silvers would be?
I don't know, but I'm pretty certain that Hitsu found them.
Well, Hitsu found one of the swords you missed, which was the sword in the forest, that word, which you skipped again.
Oops. Okay.
Yeah. For Guma did forfeit earlier, and Isra did search for silvers just for fun right now, and found the silvers in Cave 45. And also found the last sword in on the tablet, the Bomber's tablet, which of course no one checks it right now with the bug.
Yeah, for certain.
But yeah, the main reason Hitsu was able to finish so fast was he did go into Palace of Darkness right after Aghanim.
Well, it's not exactly the best play, I think, because
Yeah.
you do not have the bow, and well, you can potion glitch your way through, but you do not have the access to mirror yet. And if you would go by logic, you would have to triple dip if you go and grab the mids first.
No, actually no. The mirror was completely in logic.
Ah, it was. Then I miscounted some keys.
Yeah, it was in logic, but it's of course potion this. If you have to gamble on it, I personally would not gamble on it myself, but of course it worked out, and we see here Hitsuyan finishing in first by 2.5 minutes compared to the second.
Yeah, I figured that the seed was no good when I wasted time in Eastern Palace. I wasted time checking Desert Palace when I had no boots, and I figured it's time to gamble TR, and there was no Ice Rod or Flippers, so yeah, that happens.
Yeah. So, yeah. What did you thought about the seed overall, except for, of course, Ice Rod hunt like everything, and in plain sight, but not really available?
Well, I could not get a decent read of some of the things, mainly where the flippers were. I figured that Ice Rod was probably in Swamp Palace, but where the flippers were, I thought they really were Turtle Rock, because it's one item in Pod and one item in Eastern versus 5 items or 6 items in Turtle Rock, and flippers are quite often in Turtle Rock, so I figured, yeah, it's a required double dip. But of course it was not.
Yeah.
So basically, it was not so easy to get a read on the seed. I was also hesitant to go to Aghanim because it's been like several weeks since I had my last Aghanim seed, like Aghanim for Dark World access, and I was unsure whether that's really the case, that it's Aghanim or not. I thought about it after Minimodem Cave, but I was still hesitant to do Aga.
Yeah. I probably would have also at least checked like the Zora area to maybe get around it, but I probably would have also not gone into Eastern. But yeah, it's definitely not the most best thing.
I thought about not going eastern, but then I found the gloves, and then I thought that maybe I might just screw myself over by skipping mids. Well, since we had the information on the hammer. So I wanted to be on the safe side and checked it.
What is Lin Lin Nin doing? I think they made it through Aghanim 2.
I think they want to find the silvers. I think they might want to. No, do they want to bring the frog with them?
Oh!
This is gonna be the legendary frog percent. Yay!
Man, look at that frog putting in work.
Yeah, helping out. I'm sure that he is really helpful right now. Doing some nose pokes at Ganon, they truly do damage.
Compared to the Master Sword.
Hey, if the Master Sword at least can do damage by spinning. I don't know if this frog can spin around.
Alright, on to the silverless part of the fight. Looks like Ling got the torch glitch, alright. The frog turns invisible, a little bit invisible too when the lights go out.
Yeah, there are some interesting stuff what happens when the light goes out with followers.
Should be getting close to finishing off game here. There we go. Good job,
Right.
Lin Lin Lin.
Right on cue.
GG's in chat for Lin Lin Lin, everyone. And GG's for that frog. He really put in work.
Yep.
To quote him, defeated Ganon with the power of friendship.
Friendship. Friendship and total power. I'm sorry, it's not a total.
And joining us right away in the interview room is Lin Lin Lin. GG's.
GG. Or not.
Yeah, GG.
Well, we were very surprised and very, it was very funny to see you go grab Jeremiah and take him into the Ganon fight.
I mean, basically that seed was you go either to pot or you do the full route. Like I guess Illusionai did. I guess Goomba did that as well.
Well, yeah, Goomba did that kind of. Just when he did go back to Palace of Darkness, he kinda forgot the Morons, yeah.
Well, I wouldn't say I
Oops.
forgot the mirror. I would say I
Oh.
deliberately left.
Yeah, you left the mirror. Okay, That's even worse than what we did with Illus, I guess.
Yeah, I got my mitts, got the boots in, and just went to Meyer. Figured the boots would lead to the mirror, and I could just come back with the boots and clear the back of pod faster. It didn't work.
So yeah, then what did you thought about the seed overall?
No, I just decided on like whether you, it's just one decision that makes you like have a good time like Ichian and win the race, or do like Illus and I and or Goomba. Goomba is even not a decision making, but like yeah,
My decision making sometimes is a bit interesting.
yeah,
I'll
that's
admit.
interesting. I mean, I had no choice but to like I found the mids. I was there like just clear everything. Doesn't matter anyways. But you find a mirror and then you're like, yeah.
Yeah, definitely
If I had done
worked out.
that 20 minutes ago, I would have like the boots hint, the mids, and the mirror.
Yeah. And of course the glove and the boots pretty much available.
Just too huge of an advantage. You already know you're so far behind after finding that you just take some time and take Jeremiah into the cannon fight.
At least you didn't skip a sword.
What are you thinking?
Illus skipped the sword in the forest again.
Oh, you skipped the forest
last,
again.
Last time it
okay.
was half magic, I think. When I skipped that. Non-deliberately.
Mhm. Where were
Yeah.
the silvers? Did anybody actually
Silvers
find
were
silvers?
in K45, which Guma find
Right.
after the raid, after forfeiting and searching for stuff anyway.
Okay.
Yeah. Also, the last word on Bomber's tablet. Of course, we are gonna check that with knowing that there probably is nothing on there.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. But yeah, there are some punishing seeds, but this one is very, very like punishing. Well, they give you the item to go all around the Dark World, while you don't have to do that at all.
Yeah, definitely not so nice from the sheet.
Yeah, I feel like every time when I'm given the choice of hookshotting across or going to pod, no matter which choice I make, I always make the wrong one.
Yeah, I feel the same about that. Like, yeah, you even have bottle with the goo to like go to pod, but I decided no, let's just do the full.
I'm usually on
around.
team hookshot because they gave you the hookshot and the gloves, and you don't
Exact-
have a bow. Why the hell
Exact-
would you even go to pod? It would have
Yeah.
been a different story. if you had the bow.
Exactly.
I personally think that it's a really bad play to go to pod without any indicators. I really do, and I would do it 10 out of 10 times again. Really. I think Hitsu made a really bad play. Seriously.
Yeah, he made that bad play that was the right play. Yeah.
Like those gloves were useless. Like you didn't even need them to go to Aga. Like why did Seed give us the glove? That's the thing. Why did it give us the glove? I don't get it. I just don't
I
get
guess to waste some money on Zoro or something. But yeah. Other than that, anything last to say about the seed that is not already been said about how bad the seed was?
Oh, also, like you found an ether on your way, but nope, it's not required.
I don't think it was. I don't think
You actually didn't answer.
Like you're like maybe you're gonna be saved by that ether, but nope, not even required.
Hitsu actually did never found that ether medallion. If he would have had to find that, he would have also probably found the silver arrows.
Where was Ether again? I don't remember.
Digging game.
Right. Wait, what?
Yeah.
Never. But. Okay.
Yeah, he kinda went to Palace of Darkness, then went to Maya, then went to the Darkness Mountain area, got his hammer, and from there he gone to Hype Cave, got his bow finally, and then go to Portals of Darkness and everything.
The worst thing is that Helmazor King also had the flip.
Yes, you were like everything needed in. You kinda had everything for Swamp Palace locked behind Palace of Darkness.
Yeah, but at the same time, I feel like there's no reason not to just go straight back to Helmazor King once you get your hammer, because like you have the flute, you have the boots, it's never gonna get any faster, and you have to do it at some point.
Well,
especially after.
For me personally, it was like I'm up the mountain already, and there are 6 items in Turtle Rock, so go check Turtle Rock for
I did the same.
Yeah,
flippers are like 90% of the time in Turtle Rock anyway, so.
And I also cleared, like, I see you didn't clear her, so like, maybe I'll find Ice Rod there. Maybe I'll
Maybe.
So I went there, like, and I can go back.
I had a good read on Ice Rod that it was likely in Swamp Palace. If it hadn't been on Argus, I would have gone back and gone for the left side.
Yeah, my guess was on the big chest because I called that like 10 seconds before Hitsuya and went into Palace of Darkness back. Helma gonna have flippers and the Ice Rod gonna be in Swamp Palace big chest. Flippers were correct. Ice Rod not so much.
Okay, that was my last thought about this scene. Like,
Thanks.
I don't know who rolled that, but thank you very much. Don't roll ever again.
It was Seto, I believe, so go and blame her.
Yeah, definitely some nice words for them.
No.
But yeah, I guess with that we are gonna start finishing this out. So yeah, if you want right now to see something other on the Speed Gaming Network of channels, Prototype on Speed Gaming 1 should be going. Other than that, nothing until 6 PM, and then there's Deltarune on Speed Gaming 2, and afterwards Fall Tournament on Speed Gaming 1, all dungeons inverted, expert randomized sword between Andy and Furima, and that's also getting a restream in French if you are more familiar with French on Speed Gaming Français. But yeah, other than that, I've been Michael K, joined by Relkin, and big thanks to Masker and Boss Godfrey tracking for us. And of course, big thanks to our 4 racers Illus, Linden, Hitsuyan, and Kuma, putting up a great show for us.
Yes, GG's to all the runners, and I guess that's it. Signing off now. See you later.